Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Sun Devils will kick off first, and here we go. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. It's complete to the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going left, Buck Bothwell. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
They'll move the tight end. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads it left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's a really great play by the defender, and we obviously know the defense gave up a ton of points there last time out. Coaching staff told us, David, they wanted to be more aggressive this game, and here you go. The opening drive of the game, great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, swatting it away, and trying to send a message to the offense.
Well, and sometimes the defenders, they're trying to make plays. They're trying to catch it. A lot of times because of that, they misjudge the football. I like knocking it down, making sure the receiver doesn't catch it. They were challenged all week about a negative performance a week ago. Good to see them come out early with some energy and making some plays.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Boley. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing... Speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Dropping back, it's Boley. Keeps looking downfield. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
Well, on that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. They bring him down, but once again, this offense moves the chains on 4th down to keep the drive alive. The Sun Devils are marching down the field. looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Showing off the arm.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the 2nd straight play.
And that's a big 3rd down stop for this defense, but they can't relax, right? They've done this a couple of times already, and they've converted 2 for 2 on 4th down. So this D's got to be ready. They got to be physical on this 4th down, and they got to get a stop. They've gotten to this point. They just haven't been able to close the door.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Sun Devils, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Quarterback extends the play. Zings it complete to the right. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He's got his man, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Arizona State! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Bothwell. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw. fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Now on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Punts it out of the air. Still running at the 40. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Sun Devils come to the line on the heels of that big pass play.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. It's Boley. Floating away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up 4th down.
How good has this offense been on 4th down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes it. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Taylor wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there. And they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown ASU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Finds a little space. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the the eye discipline. They've done such a good job owning this football game early, and it's on the offense now.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the first down.
I think sometimes offensively, you've got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You've got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Taylor wants to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Hauls it in. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to throw, it's Boley. Makes the catch, it's Anderson.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
The Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Boley. Moving out to the right. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
And the Sun Devils will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Black 18. They'll move the wide receiver. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Lily. Ready.
To the air on first down. Sends it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Boley. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on second down. Buying some time. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows. They make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep. They break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
Pressure coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Scoop and scored. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And, man, how awesome is that for the big fella? And he wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the Fresno State Bulldogs.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Here's the pressure. Desperately looking. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw. It's Boley. Moving away from pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right on target this time. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Sun Devils come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Got it behind the line. It's Miller. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Gonna look downfield again. Fires one high and deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Sun Devils are threatening on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Bowling. Looking for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
A run for the quarterback. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. On his way back from the 20. He gets a block. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Here's a give to Bothwell. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know.
block better? How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Officials are stopping the clock as there is still a Mississippi State player down on the field. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to pass. It's Swan. Throws to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense, yet somehow, after the deflection, the offense is able to make the catch, and looky, this drive is still going.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, but hold on to the ball until the guy comes open, feed him, and get the 6.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
The Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
White 53.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Handoff for Brown. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Third and 6 yards to go. Back to pass, it's Boley. He's going for a big play downfield. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown ASU.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Looking to scramble. Fires to the right. Got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down will open up the final period. To the air, it's Swan. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Could be an alley. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now, with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch, man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. It'll be 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready. Freeze. Go.
To throw, it's Keem. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Red 54.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. He's got the back in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You're looking down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.